Mahoney has also taught and worked as assistant principal at the school. In tonight's Eye on Keloland, Dan Santella looks at Mahoney's legacy through the eyes of different people who've known her and her impact.
While Joan Mahoney believes education was always where she wanted to be, she didn't always know how she wanted to be in the field.
I think I wasn't sure at what level, and my high school English teacher told me, you don't want to be an elementary teacher. You're not that. You want to be high school.
And that's what she did, becoming an English teacher herself. She started teaching at O'Gorman High School in the fall of 1990, the same year Ken Lindeman began teaching at the Catholic school.
Ken and I, we always say we grew up together at O'Gorman.
0/0.
Lindeman considers Mahoney a friend, colleague, mentor, and confidant.
She has built my confidence as a teacher.
A short walk from Lindeman's classroom is Lindsay Kokenges, who now teaches at O'Gorman after she herself graduated from the school in 2020. She sees her principal as a role model and recalls a time during her freshman year here when she was struggling emotionally and turned to Mahoney.
She said, "This is very temporary, and this is not your life. This is just a stage and a part of your life, and this is something that, 5-10 years from now, you're not really going to bat an eye at."
Mahoney remembers that exchange too, when she became a counselor, a therapist for the young Kokenge.
I love when I have the opportunity to be able to step into those roles too.
Mahoney became assistant principal at O'Gorman in the fall of 2004 and then principal in the fall of 2017. But now, after more than 3.5 decades here, she's retiring.
This is it. I'm a senior, finally.
Lauren Friedman is a senior here too, in a more traditional sense. She feels a connection with the school's leader.
Yes, she's principal, but when you're talking to her, you would never feel like she's your principal.
Lauren's father, Jared, graduated from O'Gorman back in 1993. Mahoney taught him, and he sees continuity between teacher and administrator.
She was a tough teacher, but held us accountable, but was loving to us as well. And now I think having the opportunity to watch my children interact with her as the principal of O'Gorman High School, I've been able to see those same sort of characteristics.
Transitioning to principal, then you even take a step further back from the students. And so that's been a little bit difficult for me, but as principal you get to have those relationships with the staff. You're really working more with the teachers, and they're young enough now that they seem like the kids, so.
I've said this before, she's one of my favorite people. She might not know it.
Tara Arbo graduated from O'Gorman too, just as her kids Ashley and Riley eventually did. Mahoney was principal for each of them. Arbo recalls advice she once got from Mahoney about a possible career in education.
She just said to me, "You know what? You know what's right for you. And it's okay if that's not what it is. And, if teaching's not for you, that's okay. And you'll use those skills in your life doing something else." And I did, and it really helped me.
Mahoney uses the term wonderful to describe her last year at O'Gorman.
I hope that my legacy here is that I cared deeply about this place.
If you asked around our building, what you would hear universally is that Joan cares about you as a person.
What I inherited when I came here as an English teacher and then when I moved into administration was an institution that was well established with an incredible reputation. And so the pressure that I felt, and probably the legacy I hope I leave, is that I left it as good as when I found it.
Lindeman says she's exceeded that.
The legacy of Joan Mahoney is that she took over a school that was doing very well and raised our level of excellence in every department.
I feel like she's really made the high school what it is, just because she's held that same standard for all of us.
She's walked me through so many stages of life and has always been the one that never made me feel less than.
I have a personal tie to this story. Mrs. Mahoney taught me English here at O'Gorman 22 years ago. She had a profound impact on how I came to understand the process of writing about what I've learned, which is to say, reporting. Mahoney's career has been all about guiding kids toward their own eventual adulthood, career, and legacy. And her completion of a career in education is one final lesson, an example of how students can one day secure their own legacy. With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Dan Santella.
Mahoney says her 4 grandchildren